Hi Sagittarius, welcome to your week ahead tarot with me, Raphael from Reydiant Reality. It's an absolute pleasure to have you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for joining me. Quick note, these readings are for your sun, moon and ascendant sign. Remember, they're general readings. Not everything's going to resonate with everybody. That is just fine. You should always use your own discernment. Before we start, as always, I would like to bless my decks of cards with all forms of love, light, peace, prosperity and abundance, and I pray that the messages that come through are ultimately clear and concise. They help you on your path to your highest vibrational good. So for your key to the week, you have the World card. Okay, so you've got a level up going on. The World card has been very active this week, and the fact that this one comes up in your sign, it does make me wonder on the wide world stage if we are going to see some form of community outcry, outreach, or outpouring in some regard. It feels like there's going to be like a group of people as a community that kind of move to highlight something. It's like many voices talking at once, many voices having something to say. Now, because your sign is the ruler of, or one of the signs that rules education and or travel, I wonder if it has something to do with that. And obviously because yours is the sign of legalities as well, I do wonder if we're seeing something like that on the wider world stage. So there's going to be many voices speaking in chorus. But that being said, the World card for you as your key to the week means that this week there are level ups going on as well as plateaus. This is where you're effectively reaching a new level of everything when it comes to all of these different sectors of your life, and maybe starting to understand where it is that you fit in the groups that you work with alongside or even facilitate in some regard. For your, oh wow, look at this, right? For your actions and options, you've got the Ten of Cups. This, I mean, all tens are about attainment or completion in some way, and the World card is a grand completion point. So this is like the Ten of Cups is like the Nine of Cups on steroids. So this is a satisfactory conclusion or culmination to something that you've put a lot of time and effort, but more importantly, a lot of heart into. Now, when it comes to the Ten of Cups, it can represent home. Home as in home is where the heart is. So, you know, and home isn't always just a dwelling. Sometimes it's a person, sometimes it's a community. So there's a lot of this stuff kind of going on here. If you have been looking to purchase a home, if you're, you know, wanting to stay in the area that you're in or start building sort of connections around there, this bodes very nicely for that. In terms of the options that are available to you, this week you have the option to get something over the finish line, to finish it in a way that is satisfactory. It's like a satisfactory conclusion that you get to really celebrate and enjoy for all that it can give you. For your, wow, communications and conversations, you've got the Nine of Cups. So where you've been waiting on decisions, final answers to get something over the finish line, look at this, right? I mean, look. These are two of the best cards in the entire deck in terms of, you know, light, blessings and all of that good stuff. The other thing with this Nine of Cups, when it comes to communications are going to be easy this week, and there's also potentially a reconciliation kind of vibe in the air. Now, when it comes to those of you that are studying or in some form of academia, this 9 and 10 of Cups is potentially either a boost to the resources that are available to you. That could be financial, but it could just as easily be some kind of support. So it doesn't necessarily just have to be money. For those of you that are employed by somebody else, this is some kind of recognition, right? So it's like you're being seen for something that you've done, for something that you've offered in some way. For those of you that are business owners, entrepreneurs, solopreneurs, people that work for themselves, this is not only being able to bag big or higher paying clients, it's also being in the right place to serve them all at the same time. So it's kind of like you've positioned yourself in the right space in order to get the things that you sort of need, require, desire, all of that kind of stuff, and you've put yourself in a very good space for it. I love it. For those of you that are retired and no longer working, If this represents you, then this will be some kind of, let's say, skeletal, physical, musculoskeletal challenges or health issues that you might have had that now start to be resolved. If this is somebody else's health, then this would be the similar stuff, but it's on somebody else's behalf. This is good news around a health matter. For your love and relations, you got the Five of Wands. So with this, whenever I see this card for relationships, I always say to my clients, like, be very careful about who you let meddle in your relationship this week. Sounds like common sense, but with this, it's like everyone's got an opinion on something that you're doing, and the only way really that can affect you is if you've given too much information about your relationship away to others or to someone else. All right, so watch out for this when it comes. I mean, look, you got the Nine of Cups and the Ten of Cups. I think if you've had any problems or issues or conflicts with a partner, this week goes a very long way to mending that rift. But remember, you can't unsay something once you've put it out there. So just keep that in mind. And then when it comes to those of you that are single and looking to mingle, get out, go dancing, right? Go to a class, go back to the things that you love to do, that you enjoy doing, because they're going to provide you with the right sort of, the right energy and the right opportunities as well. Like, you know, some of the people that you end up meeting, maybe they're not necessarily people that you want to date, but they could be very good for you when it comes to your professional life, and vice versa. For your money and materials, you've got the Five of Pentacles. Okay, so look, it's not a great card, but it's surrounded by pretty decent cards. You got the Five of Pentacles, Five of Wands. Two fives represents a vigil. And so this is really, the way that I've translated this for the modern era is it's about where you're putting a lot of your time, effort and focus. And with the World card, this week, when it comes to your finances, you might be kind of saying to yourself, well, you know, I've got all these new clients, I'm doing all this service, I'm putting all these things out, you know, work's going really well, but I've got nothing to show for it financially. That will come. All right, it's like you've only just stepped onto this new level of everything, and so the rewards from it are going to take time to show up. When it comes to your physical health and vitality, please, 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 right? So Five of Pentacles, slips, trips, bumps, falls. You've got this next to the World card, the musculoskeletal system. So you really want to watch out, because this week, I touch wood, I hope I'm wrong, but this could be where, you know, and I've done this before, it's like you bang something and you think, oh, you know, that's a bit tender, it's bruised. And then, I mean, I've never broken a bone, in all fairness, so I can't say that, but I've definitely had some moments where I did something and I was like, oh, it's fine, I'll be all right, I'll walk it off. And then you're like, yeah, no, there's no walking that one off. All right, so please be careful with yourself this week, okay? And then when it comes to your home and environment, the Five of Pentacles can be a loss card. I don't think this is losing your home. I don't even think this is losing a family member. What I do think it is, though, is your idea of what the unit, the family, all that, like your idea of how things are versus how they actually are is probably going to be shattered this week. And I really hope that that's not the case, but at the same time, it's better you see it now than you get so far down the line and you're unable to kind of, you know, navigate it any other way. With that said, if you would like to get your personal reading with me, you can do so on the link in the description box below. Please don't forget, if it's not too personal, please share in the comments. Let me know how it shows up for you. With that said, take care and I'll see you soon.